From the spectacular Seneca Niagara Casino Resort in Niagara Falls, New York, it's semifinal action at the WPBA Tour Championship.
Shouting Pan! The little battle girl, it's Gai Young Kim. Bring it on, Gai Young Kim.
For the first time in its long-running history, the stars of the WPBA Classic 9-Ball Tour have come to Niagara Falls, New York, where many before them have felt the pull of a powerful natural wonder. Today, two of the sport's true international superstars once again meet, their long-running rivalry having already produced a series of inevitable, compelling matchups. Second-ranked Gai Young Kim of Korea, third-ranked Shouting Pan of China, both of them battle-tested veterans, major champions, and best of friends. Momentarily, one more time, they will add to an already fascinating history, with one seat at the final table at stake. A semi-final showdown at the WPBA Tour Championship in Niagara Falls begins now. Hello everybody, welcome inside the Seneca Niagara Casino. Glad you're with us. Season-ending major out here on the WPBA Classic Tour. Mitch Lawrence alongside the Black Widow, Jeanette Lee. Jeanette, great to have you back with us out here on tour. I know you were away a little while for some very important work.
Yes, we had two more babies in the last year. They're 11 months apart, Chloe and Savannah. We really are enjoying them, but have to do a lot more practice to get back into the finals.
All right, well, that's good. We're glad you're with us here.
Yes.
Let's talk about this semifinal matchup. Karen Corr, the Irish Invader, three-time national champion, already in. She beat Brittany Bryant, waiting for the winner of what I think is one of the great heavyweight matchups and rivalries in all of the sport, Gai Young Kim and Shouting Pan.
You know, these two are very, very good friends, but they have completely different styles, and I love watching them play. But at the same time, what more can you say to that? Because they're so much like Allison and Karen. These two play each other very, very often, but you're always going to see a very exciting match.
It's going to be fantastic. One seat left in the final. Let's see who's going to get it right now. Let's take a look at our Aramith road to the final. Karen Corr with her semifinal victory over Brittany Bryant already in. She will face the winner of this semifinal matchup. One of those three will be your WPBA Tour champion. All right, here we go. Second semifinal. Shouting Pan of China on the left. Gai Young Kim of Korea on the right. The lag for the opening break. Let's see who it will be. Going to be close. It will be Shouting Pan. So as our two competitors wait patiently for the opening rack, Steve Tipton, our tournament director, will set it up, and you see it right there. Beautiful pink Delta 13 true triangle. The reason it's pink, partnership with the WPBA and Delta 13 to make a contribution to the fight against breast cancer. If you go to WPBA.com, 10% of all sales from the Delta 13 rack will go to that fight. We appreciate it. And thank Terry and Kyle Taggart for their participation. And here we go, the diminutive but powerful Shouting Pan, ranked third in the world, trying to get a seat at that table and a chance for another major title. Checks that rack. She is satisfied. She may be small, but watch the power and the timing in this break. Here we go.
She focuses on her aim and then her slow backswing. Accelerated follow through, stopped her cue ball right in the middle of the table. And when you do that, you give yourself the best chance of having a nice shot on the one. And she does here. She's going to shoot the one ball in the corner pocket. She has a couple of options. She can actually hit this with high and have the cue ball go off the rail and hit solidly into the three, therefore giving her a nice shot on the two ball. Or she could try to draw the cue ball two rails between the 3 and the 5 and back out, but I think that that's riskier. Well, it looks like she's going to do that, though. Very nice.
Good work. Quickly give you the rules of this semifinal match. It's a race to 7 to get to the final. There'll be a 30-second shot clock, one extension per rack. It will alternate the break, and it'll be foul on all balls.
You know what's nice about Shouting? She doesn't take any longer than she has to, but she absolutely has the patience to look at angles, to look at shots. There's nothing rushed about her either. It's very easy when you're under pressure to find yourself rushing.
It's a good point, and when Guy Young gets to the table, we will see that pace will play a big part in her game, and we'll be able to tell kind of where she is. Her rhythm, very important to her, too. It's a little bit quicker than Xiaoting's under normal circumstances.
She's going to shoot the 4-ball in the corner pocket. She needs to draw her cue ball out right where she just pointed in the middle of the table, not far from where the cue ball is now. Very nice. So it looks like her speed control is very nice. She didn't hit it too hard, too soft. She looks very comfortable. It's important here that she give herself somewhat of an angle on the 7-ball. Drawing her cue ball straight back. She wants to make sure she maintains an angle on the 8-ball. She does not want to be straight in.
It's just a hair of angle there.
Yeah.
Quickly over it. No worries, and boy, does she look comfortable early. This is exactly, Jeanette mentioned about winning the lag, getting a chance at the table. This is what you want to do. Picture perfect opening rack. The Xiaoting Pan of China. Wow. Break and run. A statement? You bet. Here in Niagara Falls, semifinal action of the WPBA Tour Championship. This ESPN presentation of the WPBA Tour Championship is brought to you by Seneca Niagara Casino Resort. Enjoy the Seneca experience, Niagara Falls, New York. By the American Pool Players Association, the world's largest pool league. And by Diamond Billiard Products, designed by players for players. Getting off to a quick start in our second semifinal, we're going to show you the highlights from rack number 2. Guy Young Kim with the break down 1-0. Makes a ball on the break, but will hand control of the table back to Xiaoting Pan, who will gladly accept it. Plays a beautiful rack, including that combination. This 9, an early 2-0 lead. Let's take a look at this fantastic week that Xiaoting Pan has had. The 24-year-old from Shandong in China, now living in Shanghai, defeating Val Finney to start, knocking off the 85 national champion Belinda Calhoun. Jeanette Lee sitting next to me, the 97 national champion Gerda Hofstetter, and in the quarters, the very tough Julie Kelly. And here is Xiaoting up 2-0, race to 7 to get to the final of the Tour Championship. Mitch Lawrence and the Black Widow, Jeanette Lee. She had a break and run in the first rack. Let's see if she can do the same here in rack 3.
Be nice if she can squat the cue ball in the middle of the table, let the 1-ball go 3 rails, 1, 2, 3, and bounce. Bounce a little bit too hard for a nice shot in the corner pocket.
And nothing on the break this time, coming up dry. That'll give Guy Young a chance to come to the table.
You know, this is unfortunate for Guy because she doesn't have a nice chance to just start running out. She's got to play delicate safety. So this safety looks pretty good, except it's very easy for Xiaoting to hit this ball.
Kick potential high.
Yes, but then what? What's she going to do with it then? See where her finger is? She's looking to see if she can go 3 rails. Which I'm not sure that that's natural. The reason why she's doing that is if she can go 3 rails, just like she sees and hits the 1, she has the best chance of separating. Oh, the 1.
Watch out.
Look at this.
Ah.
Yeah. She has the best chance of separating the 1 in the cue ball, whereas if she had done 1 rail, they're going to stay right down.
Let's take another look at this, Jeanette, and keep your eyes on the 6.
Yep, the cue ball is going around 3 rails. Now, she wanted to hit a nice solid hit on the 1 ball, but she barely clipped it. Watch the cue ball knock that 6 ball right in the hole.
Just double checking she's got clearance. Remember, it's foul on all balls, so if you touch one, that is a foul. Beautiful stroke there. This is really one of the, when it's working to its full extent, I think one of the purest strokes you'll see. Just really beautiful mechanics.
She's going to accept a longer shot just to get the cue ball between the 4 and the 9. A little bit more speed. Okay, so now she's got a funny decision that she's going to have to make here because the 5 ball doesn't clear in the same pocket as the 4. She's looking to see, do I like this 5-9 combination? Because it's a lot easier to play position from the 4 to the 5-9 than it is from the 4 to the 5 in the same pocket as the 3 ball. So if she was able to get straighter, then she could draw back, shoot the 5. 7-9. Now it's going to be accepting fairly straight in. It's not completely straight. They're not as close as she would like, but
She's going
it's
to the
natural
left
to
hand
get.
now. And so often, you know, we talk about natural paths for the cue ball to follow. You got a great look at it there. Did not have to do anything but concentrate on the speed of that shot. She's got a little bit of an angle on it.
Yeah, I mean, her cue ball is maybe ½ an inch from where she needed it to be. I mean, she's so great on speed right now.
All right, let's see. Look at that. Dead solid, perfect for Xiao Ting Pan. Definitely worth another look, Jeanette.
Yes, she's actually lining up almost straight in on this combination. And the last thing she looks at is her target right there.
And there you go, quickly. First 3 racks to Xiao Ting Pan of China. Semifinal action against Ga Young Kim, who's falling further behind than she'd like. One of the great players in the world all the way from mainland China. Let's learn more about Xiao Ting Pan as we go behind the cue, brought to you by Simonis.
We just finished the Asian game, and I win the champion 9 ball. I don't know how to say the gold.
Gold medal.
Yeah, right. I'm the first Chinese player play the WPBA. Now I want more Chinese people to know the pool. I'm so happy and I learned a lot in these 4 years. I can't believe I can speak English. I learned a long time, but I can't open my mouth. I think, oh, it's really hard. I'm really shy. I don't want to talk to anybody, and I just play pool. Now I have my company and open 13 the pool hall. So in China, I'm so busy. I want to have more time to practice, but these 2 years, I have no time. Today I sleep good, and now I'm hungry. If I eat more, so maybe I play good. Yeah.
The Seneca Niagara Casino and Hotel, one of the nation's elite casino resorts just blocks from Niagara Falls. It offers a full resort experience, fabulous hotel rooms, great restaurants, gaming, entertainment, got it all. The Seneca Niagara Casino Resort. Enjoy the Seneca experience in Niagara Falls, New York. Ga Young at the table, down 3-0 in a race to 7, desperately needs to put a rack on the board right now. Watch the cue ball. Wow. All right, ball on the break. Does she have a shot on the one?
Absolutely.
Yes.
She has a nice shot, the cue ball. She can hit it a little bit low like she'd like to. It's obviously further than she wanted it to be. She didn't get her cue ball to stay in the middle of the table. But the great thing right now is if she could just focus on making this one, the 2 ball is in front of the hole, and the 2 ball is just lined up perfectly for the 3 as well. Right now, she's just going to stay down. Ooh. Okay, nice long shot. Most important thing is stay down, but watch her as she jumps up on this 1 ball and she overcuts.
And I think one of the ways you beat Gai Young, and you can tell she is not a happy camper right now, is you keep her off the table, you keep her off balance, and that is what Xiao Ting's been able to do. She is putting immense pressure on Gai Young to make every shot right now.
Do you notice how often Gai Young looks at Xiao Ting? That is not normal for Gai Young, and I've never noticed that before. But even when they were lagging, I noticed Gai Young just her eyes kept darting over to Xiao Ting.
Interesting. They were really having fun before this match. They're great friends. We've talked about it before.
But Gai Young, normally when she's playing, it's Gai Young's world. When Gai Young's playing, she never even notices who her opponent is. But since the beginning, I've noticed she tends to watch Xiao Ting, how she plays, and her reactions very, very closely.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that. Another chance at the table now. Xiao Ting definitely left her a shot here.
And that was not a miss. That was a beautiful safety, and it was very important that her 1 ball hit that 3 ball as solidly as possible, which would get the 1 ball to just stay on that end rail, brought that cue ball around. I love that shot.
Look at that face. Look at that face.
But look, her eyes,
You're right.
she's just going to,
right.
She keeps looking at her.
And I'm wondering if that particular aspect of what Gai Young is doing right now is what gives her a little bit of impetus, competitive fire to kind of.
Maybe.
It's true, we've never seen it before from her, at least I haven't.
But I also know that she has a tremendous amount of respect for Xiao Ting, and she realizes she needs to share her world. Okay. Nice safety. She's trying to hit a full ball, get the cue ball to stay on that end of the table, bank that 1 bar around it. And right now, Gai Young is looking to see is it possible that the 1-9, hits off the 3, off the 4, into the corner pocket.
You talked about her being an offensive-minded player, an aggressive player under normal circumstances. She's down 3-0. Takes her extension. Boy, that's the look of okay, I'm going for this.
Yeah.
And then, well, maybe not.
Well, because to me what it looks like is if it hits off that 3, she might hit the top side of the 4 unless she can throw it enough, which means she has to really cut this 1 ball thin. Oh, wow.
Let's take another look at this, Jeanette. Interesting play.
Now I realize that maybe it never went to begin with, and what she was trying to do is get the cue ball to go 3 rails and get behind the 6 ball, and maybe just hit it a little bit weak. Yeah. Still a very tough shot for Xiao Ting right now. She might choose to play safety and just bank that cue ball on the other side of the 4 ball. Maybe. She could go for the cut if she wanted to. It's kind of a 2-way shot. There you go. Watch it drop.
Watch out.
Cue ball. It's kind of a 2-way shot because if she missed the ball, it would have left the 1 ball down there, and she knew she was sending her cue ball up table, and if she made it, she'd be, well, straight in the side.
Where she is.
Okay. So she has a very makeable shot for the 2 ball in the side pocket. The problem is to get shape on the 3 ball is very difficult. So she could just go off this 2 ball, send that cue ball back down table for the 9 ball, and it's just going to spread a lot of distance between the 2 and the 9. Watch, oops, and then off and. Okay.
A lot going on in the last couple of shots. The whole play.
Yeah, that was actually not a bad shot. It was a tough shot, but she knew she was going to spread some distance. Again, keeping Gai Young kind of on the defense and looking at these really long, tough shots. And it gave her a chance at making the 9. I think Gai Young is so good at these shots. If she stays down, there she goes. That right there was a little bit of nerve. She really overpowered it. If she had taken the time, had a lot more confidence to shoot it, she would have shot it at the speed that she needed to. But instead, she just slammed it and said, I don't care, I'm getting it in the hole and getting my cue ball back down here.
And maybe that's what she needs to feel like she's back in this and getting going.
All right, here again, she's looking at a two-way shot. Maybe playing the 9-ball, I'm sorry, the 3-ball up table, and the cue ball can cut the 9 in.
There it is.
There you go.
So that 9, a part of a number of shots. Another look will show you Ga-Young Kim's attitude and strategy right now.
That's right. She knows she's got 2 chances to win here. She can cut the 3-ball in the corner, but the cue ball's going right at that 9-ball. She's going to play them both.
And a huge rack victory, a pivotal rack for Ga-Young Kim, who is now finally on the board after 4 racks, still trails Xiaoting Pan by 2. Let us look at the week in Niagara Falls for second-ranked Ga-Young Kim. Opened with a bye, and then Nicole Keeney went down in a tough match. Sarah Rousey 9-5 in the redraw to the final 16. Faced Sarah Rousey again 9-6, and then knocked off 8-time national champion Allison Fisher in the quarters in a thrilling Hill match. Xiaoting Pan at the table. Up by 2 at 3-1. Remember, race to 7 to see who'll meet Karen Khor in the finals. The WPBA Tour Championship, Xiaoting Pan with the break here in rack number 5.
This is the first time that I noticed she kind of lost her cue ball a little bit. Look at it down table. And as you can see, if the cue ball was in the middle of the table, she'd love her run out right now. This is actually, it's humanly possible to cut this in, but it doesn't make any doesn't make any sense. So I see a safety coming. She's looking to see, where can I put my cue ball? If she can bank the 1 ball, maybe to the end rail below the 2, let the cue ball come between the 3-ball. On the other side of the 3-ball. She'd like to be on the other side of the 3-ball, yes, and you know, this isn't that great. This looks great, but it's a very easy safety for Ga-Young Kim. Ga-Young only has to hit the left side of the 2-ball. The cue ball will drip to the other side of the 2-ball. She looks like she hit that 2-ball. No, really nice. And this is going to be very tough for Xiaoting Pan to hit because she took away the side rail here.
You know, I'm sensing one thing, Jeanette, and that's a little bit of turn of momentum right now.
That's right.
Xiaoting has been in complete control. And as often happens with great players, Ga-Young made a good shot, got the last rack, and now steps up. Good, really good play here to get Xiaoting a little bit off balance.
Look at her elevate. She's trying some kind of a massé shot. I think this is very, very difficult for her to massé that much. Look at all that left English. She's trying to massé around the 9-ball into the 1. And she just misses it. She needs to actually spin it a lot more. And it's difficult for Xiaoting because she's not real tall. Hard for her to get really down on the ball.
It's a good point. Physical attributes always come into play in any sport. Ga-Young much taller.
I think Ga-Young's just going to let it out right here because really I think another player would have taken a little more time to really figure out what they're going to do with this 7-9 that look a little bit tied up.
That's what we were talking about earlier about the rhythm of the 2 players. Ga-Young has a very natural, quick rhythm.
But you can also call that a careless one,
well,
too.
you can't if you take it too
so
far,
dangerous.
obviously.
She's so dangerous that she gets away with a lot. But, you know, imagine if she did take a little more time and get rid of those little bits of...
She might not be a Ga-Young, though. She might be someone else.
I'll tell you what, there is not much Ga-Young can't do. Right now, look at this. Nice. She's so perfect on this 5-ball. Draw the cue ball between the 9-ball and the side rail. There you go, all the way down. Isn't that nice? Make sure you have an angle. Her speed is great. Now, it'd be nice if she could just punch this ball right up to be straight in on the 7-ball.
different facial expressions on the two players. Let's see.
To me, that decision showed a severe lack of confidence, and that makes a statement to Xiao Ting as well.
Interesting. I was going to say that the size of that side pocket got smaller.
She's rushing. She's losing control there. She made it, and again misjudged the speed by 2 feet.
And these are the ones that when she wins, she is usually able to pull off. And when she doesn't, these are the critical shots now. Think about it. Down 3-1, race to 7. She can get back to within 1 rack or be down by 3 should she miss. Slice, Phil.
Look at this. Look at this.
Oh, no.
Wow, really?
You called it, Jeanette. I mean, that was totally a result of just being a little quick on the last few shots, not planning the strategy better.
That's right. And she had plenty of time to do it. And now look at her. She's cutting this ball in, but it lets her cue ball loose right into the 9 ball, right into the side pocket.
And so ball in hand for Xiao Ting Pan and a very disappointed Ga Young Kim, trailing again by 3 racks.
Here's a shot that came up in my match against Helena Thornfelt, and it's not an easy shot to play safe on, so the best option was to go for the cut. The 8 ball is slightly off the rail, which makes it a little bit easier, and the objective is to put a lot of spin on the cue ball, left-hand spin, and slightly catch the rail first and then hit the 8 ball. Well, look how fortunate I got there. Even got position on the 9. And that's my Q-Tech Q tip of the day.
Back inside the magnificent Seneca Niagara Casino Resort for the semifinals of the WPBA Tour Championship. 2 great players, 2 very distinctive breaks. Let's look at the comparison, Jeanette.
When you see Pan break, she gets down as though she's shooting any normal shot, except on her final swing, she pulls her hand straight up, way back, and very high, with a super exaggerated pause, and then boom, she slams at the balls. Kim, on the other hand, her practice swings and her final swing is very much the same. You can tell right from the beginning that she's about to hit them very hard, as you can see.
Let's show you some important highlights now. First from rack number 6, Ga Young Kim with the break down 4-1 at this point. Really needs to make something happen. And this is the way you do it, with a terrific break, good cue ball control. That 9 ball would get Ga Young back to within a couple at 4-2. Highlights from rack number 7. Xiao Ting Pan with the break. She would make a ball on the break, but then this shot. The 2 stays out. Ga Young Kim to the table would make both the 2 and the 6. When she tries to cut the 3 down the rail, not to be. That left easy shape for Xiao Ting, who took advantage. Once again moves out to a 3-rack lead. And now the highlights from rack number 8, a critical one for Ga Young Kim. Good solid break. She would make 2 balls on the break and leave herself a tough shot on the 1. Cuts it in, but that play on the 2 left that bank, which she would miss. Xiao Ting Pan would step to the table, and as she has done the entire match, take advantage. But watch what happens when she gets to the 9. She thinks she jars it, but at the last second, it drops, and Xiao Ting Pan gets to the hill. And if you are Xiao Ting Pan of China, this is exactly where you want to be. On the hill, 6-2, fairly comfortable lead over Ga Young Kim. And the break as we move into rack number 9, Mitch Lawrence, the Black Widow, Jeanette Lee. We're at the beautiful Seneca Niagara Casino Resort, Niagara Falls. Lets it get away again and pays for it, Jeanette.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity for Ga Young Kim. She's got to slow down that tempo a little bit, get rid of those errors, because Ga Young is such a great player. If she could just take a little bit more time, she's going to run out over and over and over again.
All right, you see the 2
She's got to
Same
follow.
side of the short rail.
That's right. She's going to follow, and she's going to have that cue ball come right between that 5-6 for the 4 ball in the corner pocket. Her speed's a little bit off because she does not want to be close to that side rail.
Any trouble 4 to the 5?
Yeah, she's got a lot of trouble now because she, as you can see, she's straight in on this 4 ball. So when you're straight in, all you can do is go forward right into the scratch or backwards where the 5 ball doesn't go in the corner pocket. So now she's positioning for a bank shot. And actually, she did very well on that. Very easy bank shot in the cross side pocket. Cue ball's got to come down for the position on the 6 ball. She doesn't have to hit this real hard, but it's a very easy shot for someone like her. That's right. Now again, she wants to shoot the 6 ball, draw the cue ball back, but she does not want to be straight in on the 7. She wants a little bit of an angle so she can get that cue ball back off the rail for the 8. She does not want to be straight in on the 7 ball. That's okay. She can just.
I think she's.
She can leave it, but she wanted
okay.
an angle.
Oh yeah.
So she can drive the cue ball off, but just knock it in.
Okay.
I don't know that that was worth the risk, but maybe she just wanted to get her stroke out or something like that. That did make that shot a lot tougher than it needed to be.
But, you know, again, we often talk about players' preferences and feeling in a moment like they're just going to, that clearly is who Guy Young is also. She will play the shot she feels. It rewarded her this time. And a big, big game there for Guy Young Kim. She needs every one now to move to the finals. Still trailing Chao Ting Pan by 3 here in Niagara. Welcome back to the WPBA Tour Championship, blocks away from one of the wonders of the world here in Niagara Falls, New York. Let's take a look at our top finishers here in Niagara, brought to you by the Delta 13 rack. How about it for Kathy Metzinger of Canada, one of the great women on tour, ranked 33rd coming in and with a top 16 finish.
I finished 9th in the tournament. Overall, you know, it's a good finish for me. I don't think that I played as strong as I can, but I needed to finish strong this year. With the changes to the ranking system and everything, I needed a top 32 finish, and I believe with how I finished in the tournament here, finishing 9th, should move me into the top 32 rankings. I'm 5.5 months pregnant. It's different out there playing with a baby, you know. I'll be honest, she baby sharked me a couple times out there. I'd be down on a shot and she starts kicking. So yeah, it's different. I mean, it is completely different out there being pregnant, but I wouldn't change it for anything.
And we're all thrilled to have Kathy out here on tour with us. Glad to see her doing so well. The highlights now from rack number 10. Guy Young Kim back still against the wall, trailing by 3 and still alive. A good break. That gave her the opportunity she needed. She would move through this rack. Beautiful touch on the 7 there. The 8 would follow, and then the 9, and lo and behold, only 2 racks down at 6-4. A look at the scene here at the Seneca Niagara Casino Resort. Fantastic venue. If you have not been here, come. That's all I can say. Blocks from Niagara Falls, tons of excitement, and right now inside the Seneca Niagara, Chao Ting Pan at the table, 1 game away from the finals, but Guy Young Kim creeping back. Chao Ting would love to end it right now, and look at this break. Little roll on the cue ball.
Right, she's let her cue ball come over for the last 3 racks now, and it's lost her cue ball a little bit. She still has a really nice shot on the 2 ball in the side pocket. She can draw her cue ball over to the end rail and back out for the 3 ball in the same pocket. I think she's following 3 rails, but let's see about her speed. Perfect.
Started out beautifully in the first 3 racks. Literally no mistakes. Then has made a couple along the way, a little bit of speed control problem, but now in perfect position. If she can just stay calm here.
Okay, she would have liked to been straighter on the 4 ball, but it's very, very easy to solve. She's so close to the 4 ball. She's got enough of an angle, so she's going to follow. No, it looks like she's going to draw the ball. Maybe she's straighter than it looks. Oh, she decided to play it off the 7 ball.
This is the way you answer the possible explosive train that can be Ga Young Kim.
Right.
You get to the table in rack number 11, 1 rack away from the final, and you put together a break and run and keep Ga Young Kim seated.
That's right.
You can see the concentration and the focus on the face of Xiaoting Pan. All right, 1 ball left to move on. Speechless. Speechless. We're looking at this here, and I think both of us can't believe what we just saw.
She gets down on this 9 ball, and she looks pretty steady, but it almost looked like she got down too quickly, and that's what happened.
Amazing turn of events here in rack number 11. Instead of the end of a match, we have the continuation of a match. Ga Young Kim now 1 rack away from tying it on the hill. Amazing. Welcome back to Niagara Falls and the WPBA Tour Championship. Time now to learn a little bit more about how you can enjoy this great game of pool. Here's a word from the American Pool Players Association. You know, whether you're an experienced pool player or a beginner interested in having some fun, the American Pool Players Association has exactly what you're looking for.
I love it.
It's a family atmosphere.
It's a great get-together.
It's really all about having fun, being around a group of people that you enjoy being around on a weekly basis, and yeah, we're playing pool. We have doctors, lawyers, bricklayers.
People from, you know, all different walks of life.
I've got to know a lot of other players that I would have never met before if I didn't play in this APA league.
First, we've got about 275,000 members across the country.
It's always good competition, and really anybody can win.
We put on some phenomenal national championships.
You get to play with your friends.
You have an opportunity to win a piece of our $1.5 million, or approximately, that we pay out at those tournaments.
I like that the APA League is a relaxed competition.
Anybody that shows up at a pool league and wants to play and has an interest in playing, not only can show up and play, but can show up and win.
Go to our website, poolisfun.com.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's just a blast.
And I've loved it ever since we started.
As we move on here at the Seneca Niagara, you see the beautiful pink Delta 13 True Triangle rack, symbolic of the fight against breast cancer. 10% of all the proceeds for the sale of that rack on WPBA.com will go to the fight against breast cancer. Here is Ga Young Kim, who literally thought she would be back on her way to her hotel room. Instead, as we move into rack 12, she has the break and a chance to tie it on the hill after a huge mistake by Xiaoting Pan.
And look at how it turns out now. Doesn't the momentum just change when you make errors like that? 2 balls sitting right in front of the hole. The cue ball is going to hit the end rail, go on the other side of the 7, back out to the middle of the table for the 4. The important thing is she stay on the far side of the table of the 4 so that she does not have to mess with this 7 ball. She wants to stay right there. Okay.
And 3 balls on that break for Ga Young. We thought that was going to be enough. Xiaoting Pan with 3 balls on the break in the previous rack. Let's see if Ga Young can finish her rack. Unlike Xiaoting, just stunning, a stunning turn of events right there.
Make sure when you shoot this bridge shot, you stay down, follow through. Okay, that was more draw than she wanted. Well, she got a little angle, but on the low side. She's good. She's still good. Look at her now. Okay, now she's coming over to look. Good.
Maybe she heard you just say
yes,
slow down.
Yes.
I mean, that's impossible physically, but.
Okay, that
See
was
that
a nice
deep
breath.
Exactly right. And trust me, they are best friends. She hated to see Chao Ting miss that 9 just because you hate to see a player miss a shot like that, but she will take it and do the work she needed to do. A break and run in the 12th rack, and just like that, we are tied. Both players on the hill, a rack away from a trip to the final. This ESPN presentation of the WPBA Tour Championship is brought to you by the American Pool Players Association, the world's largest pool league, and by Q-Tech Cues, serious cues for serious players and choice of the world's most dominant player. Great atmosphere inside the Seneca Niagara Casino Resort in Niagara Falls, New York. It cannot get any more tense. One rack, one of these two will move to the final of the WPBA Classic Tour Championship. Mitch Lawrence, the Black Widow, Jeanette Lee, Chao Ting Pan at the table in rack 13 with the break.
Now that's a solid hit. Cue ball just squatted in the middle of the table with absolutely no reward.
None. 0. Dry break.
Completely dry on the break. And that's exactly what Ga-Yeon Kim wants to see. Now the one ball actually does squeeze past all of these balls, but I don't know that you want to do something like that when your cue ball can get underneath that 5-7. Let's see.
Doesn't. Rather use them as blockers. Did she get there?
She cut the ball more than she wanted to. I think she would have liked to hit it a little bit fuller. I mean, she has a shot. Yeah, that's a really nice view of the one ball.
Now, Chao Ting has got to make sure that she composes herself, takes her time here. Let's go of that 9 if she can, because it's all or nothing. One rack. That's going to come off that rail.
Yeah, she was actually playing the one ball in the side pocket, bring the cue ball back up for the 2. She missed it. Unfortunately for her, you know, Ga-Yeon is actually crazy enough to consider this almost straight-in combination, but it is super, super difficult. So I think she's going to play some kind of a safety. Let's see. Did you see? Do you know? Did you? I can't say anything.
And I was going to say there's 2 balls. The 5, the 4, and the 8 were tied up on the side. Now the 2 is over there.
Right. She actually did tried to make that combination.
Each player will have 2 extensions in this hill rack.
Now, Chao Ting Pan just called for an extension, and she's lining up for this 1-9 combination. And the reason why is obviously the one ball goes straight in, no problem. But this is such a tough run out that she's kind of going, you know what? I have a free shot to make this 1-9 combination, because even if I miss, Ga-Yeon Kim would have such a tough road ahead of her. It's worth taking the chance for a shot to just finish this girl off.
And maybe that's what Ga-Yeon was thinking when she went for the combination before, too. There were some issues.
But they weren't like this.
Not like this, but I agree with you. Why not? All right.
But then why wouldn't you line it up? Look how much time she's taking.
Let's see. Could be over right now. And I'll tell you what, Chao Ting Pan is going to have nightmares about a 9 ball hanging in a corner pocket.
2 9 balls hanging in a corner.
Unbelievable.
So she lines this up, this nice 1-9 combination, a little bit off angle, just taking her time, and it's not the day.
Now that 9 is hanging tantalizingly, say that 5 times fast, in that corner pocket.
You know what, in Ga-Yeon Kim, there's no easy safety here. I mean, even if she banked the one ball up table, the cue ball could come back and hit it twice. We call that a double kiss shot. Then she's thinking, well, man, if I could get my cue ball to hit off the 1 and go 2 rails and make the 9 ball, but the 6 is in the way. There's just so many different problems and not a lot of easy ways to play safety here.
She'll take an extension, I think, here. And I have a feeling whatever ball tries to get to that 9 in the corner, it's going to be coming off a rail at some point because that ball is deep in that pocket there. And it's drifting. Look at that cue ball.
She was playing the 9 ball.
Yeah.
To hit the end rail with a lot of spin, she needed more spin. Here she goes, hitting off the side of the 1. She's giving it a lot of left-hand English. She wants to hit that end rail and have that cue ball spin. Watch the spin, spin all the way down, and she just didn't have enough.
All right, so the work clearly ahead of Xiaoting. Just to make this one first priority.
Xiaoting didn't try to do anything fancy there. She just said, you know, just make this ball. Now watch her stay down now.
And there you go. And she looks at that 9. You saw that little glance backwards as if to say, okay, I got you this time. Unbelievable ending to this matchup between two great stars. A couple of fist bumps for Xiaoting Pan, and she will move to the finals of the Tour Championship. And now it is time for our updated, for the last time, Aramith Road to the final. Our 2 finalists are set. Karen Khor, ranked 4th in the world, will face Xiaoting Pan, ranked 3rd in the world. One of them will walk away with the WPBA Tour Championship. Now look now at our APA turning point of the match, and it came in rack number 9. This chance for Xiaoting Pan with the break up 6-2 on the hill, scratching on the break, ball in hand for Ga Young Kim, and 4 racks later we were tied. Of course, Xiaoting got a chance to end it and did in rack number 13, and she is now down on the floor, and she will have a word with Jeanette.
All right, congratulations, Xiaoting. Now, how do you feel that you played in this match against Ga Young?
In the beginning, I think I play, it's okay, it's fun, but 6-2, I think I have a little bit nervous. I want to win fast, so I don't. And Ga Young is win 3-6, 4-6. So I think too much.
Yeah, you felt the pressure.
Yeah, and I missed the 9 ball, so I tell myself relax and forget it and focus play pool. Yeah.
Okay. Well, good luck in the finals. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our final matchup, 2 great champions going after the title, Xiaoting Pan and Karen Khor. Keep your eyes open for that one. This semifinal matchup, 2 great champions too. Xiaoting Pan, Ga Young Kim, both major winners, but it was Xiaoting Pan left standing after an emotional hill-hill matchup. For the Black Widow, Jeanette Lee, I'm Mitch Lawrence. Thanks for being with us here in Niagara. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.